Hey friends. Hey guys. I just wanted to jump on here. It's been a minute since I did a video and I wanted to tell you about my anniversary today. So today is 16 years since the day that Tony showed up on my mom's front porch. And I remember it very vividly. I share this story all the time as my Damascus Road experience. And so what had happened was that day I woke up and I didn't have any drugs and I didn't have any money. It was a Friday, and I remember just kind of pouting around the house that morning and that afternoon. Freddie was the only one home. The other boys were at school. And there was a knock at the door. And when I opened it, I could see my husband asking to come in. And instantly my mind was flooded with all of these thoughts. Like, he's a holier than thou Christian. You better just shut that door. He's here to judge you. Look at the way he's looking at you, like he is disgusted by you. He can probably see the track marks in your arm, like he is not going to stand for that. He will most definitely take Freddie from you, and then they will take the other boys, like just slam the door. And like I was bombarded with these thoughts. And before I could shut the door, my son Freddie comes running in. He was 5 at the time. And he was like, "Daddy, Daddy." And my husband, well, then ex-husband, asked again, "Nikki, please let me come in. Let's talk." And so I brought him in. We went to sit at my mom's kitchen table. And in my mind, I was like, all right, let's get this over with. I'm ready to get this lecture. You can tell me all the ways that I have failed, and, we'll just go on with things. And when we were in the kitchen, Freddie, who, again, like I said, was 5, was just really excited to see his dad. I'm pretty confident it had been at least 6 months, maybe a year since he had seen him, because I actually got kicked out of the jails in Illinois, which is another fun story we won't talk about today. But so I hadn't been to see Tony, and so Freddie hadn't seen his dad in a very long time. And Freddie was just jumping up and down. "Daddy, Daddy," when you're excited to tell everything but nothing, it's just about being in someone's presence. And so I just wanted to hurry up and get on with things. And I kept asking Freddie to leave the room, and he wouldn't. And so before I knew it, I said a bunch of just slew of wretched words to my 5-year-old, telling him to bleepity bleep, 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 and get in the other room. And so Freddie hung his head down in shame, and big old crocodile tears began to well up in his eyes. And Tony stopped me. He said, "Freddie, come here." And I don't even remember if he said my name or not, but I know he put his hand up like to stop me from saying anything. And he picked Freddie up and he put Freddie in his arms, and he just began to hug him and caress him and like run his fingers through his hair. And then he started to say things like, "Mommy and Daddy love you, Freddie. And Mommy and Daddy really want to hear what you have to say. But first, Mommy and Daddy have to talk. So we need you to be the obedient little boy that you are. We need you to go in the other room and play. And Mommy and Daddy will come listen to what you have to say when we're done. Now remember, Mommy and Daddy love you. And it's important what you have to say. So just run along." And so Freddie did. And Tony looked at me and he said, "This world is going to beat our kids up, and it is our job to call out the good, to speak life over them." And I just have to say, I was starstruck. Like, Tony Thompson has always been a great dad, okay? When we met 24 years ago, he had custody of 5 of his 6 kids. Like, that should tell you the level of fathering and parenting and love that this man had. But this Tony that was able to not react to my chaos and my hatefulness, that was able to love and show compassion, and that was able to cover my sin. Like, I get him saying, "Freddie, come here. Daddy loves you. Daddy wants to hear." But he included me in those affirmations. Like, it wasn't just about him. It was about me too. And he was showing me the kindness and goodness of God. He was showing me the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and self-control. Because it has to take a lot of self-control when you watch someone hurt someone you love, and instead of reacting and retaliating, to simply get on their level and love them where they're at and show them a better way of life. And so that was my Damascus Road experience. Like, he literally made me want what he had. I wish I could say that it was all roses from that moment on and I quit meth and everything was great, but it wasn't. Even though I had adamantly decided that I wanted to get clean, I relapsed 3 times after that day. I have been clean now 16 years since May 29th of 2006, but I did relapse. And the thing about that is, guys, Proverbs tells us that even the righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets back up. And so that's the key. Like, it doesn't matter what yesterday holds, what this past year holds. There's so many things that really don't matter, but from this moment forward. And so if I could share anything with you, it would be Romans 2:4. That it is the kindness and goodness of God that draws man in, that woos us, that causes us to want to repent. And so I want to challenge you. Are you being that kindness and goodness for people that don't know Jesus, or for your believer friends who might be struggling with something? Can people really tell? Do your actions match the words that are coming out of your mouth? And if not, I want to challenge you. For me, it's spending time alone with Jesus, 15 minutes in the Word and 15 minutes in prayer. But I do thank you for letting me come on here and share my story. And I pray that it encourages you. And I also pray that we would be more like Christ, that we would go out there and we would show the love of God that would make people wonder, wow, how are they so different? And how can I get me some of that? Because that's joy even in the midst of a turbulent, chaotic world. And I need that. I want that. So happy 16-year Damascus Day Road experience for me, when Jesus showed up in tangible flesh. And in 30 days, it'll be happy 16 years meth-free, 100%, which is super exciting as well. So we do recover. So look me up, hit me up. If you've got any questions, I would love to chat, love to pray with you. God bless.